A birthday bash this weekend and a recap of town council on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Friday, September 21st, 2012. I'm Sarah Colvin. The Hyannis Youth and Community Center is turning 3, and a big birthday bash is planned for this Saturday. The celebration includes lots of free fun activities, including face painting and touch a truck. And in honor of the HYCC turning 3, morning and afternoon public skate sessions are being offered for just $3. Hamburgers and hot dogs will be cooked up, and the grand opening of the Casual Gourmet at the Scudder Family Cafe will be celebrated. The fun starts at 9 a.m. at the HYCC this Saturday. Well, it was a light agenda for town councilors this week. Last night's meeting clocked in at under an hour. The first item related to the Hyannis Public Library. Councilor Jessica Rapp-Grassetti read the item, moving it to a public hearing on October 4th.
Item number 2013-021, appropriation of $135,315 for community preservation funds for historic preservation for the Hyannis Public Library, as written.
And that's referred to a public hearing on October 4th, 2012.
Funds would be used for historic preservation of the Ora A. Hinckley portion of the Hyannis Public Library. The council then moved on to the final orders of the day. Councilor Janet Jochum read reappointments to boards, committees, and commissions.
Our late arrivals for reappointments, people who've turned things in later or the chair got them to us a little later. William Plutner of West Barnstable. Let's see, they're all to expire 2015. There's one that isn't, and I'll get to that. So William Plutner, West Barnstable for the Agricultural Commission, and David Ross of West Barnstable for the Agricultural Commission. Council on Aging, Bridget Burke of Hyannis, Helen Stretch of Hyannis, Barbara Cross of Hyannis, Charlotte Saunders of Centerville, Robert Burke of Hyannis, Ella Robbins of Osterville, Angela Tromba of Cotuit. Disabilities Commission, Sheila Mulcahy of Marston's Mills, Merrill Blum of Centerville. Elderly and Disabled Taxation Aid Committee, William Gareffi of Centerville. Housing Committee, Larry Gordon of Centerville and Paul Hebert of Centerville. And Paul Hebert, Larry Gordon is to expire 2014, Paul Hebert 2013. Hyannis Main Street Waterfront Historic Commission, David Colombo of Marston's Mills, Jane Eschbach Community Service Award, Deborah Fitton of West Barnstable, Martin Flynn of Marston's Mills, Public Works Commission, Wolfgang Fatler of West Barnstable, Recreation Commission, Steve Melee of Centerville, Kevin Turner of Centerville, Shellfish Committee, Richard Haskell of Osterville, Robert Lancaster of Cotuit, Trust Fund Advisory Committee, Timothy McNamara, Osterville, Christopher Ward, Centerville, Water Pollution Control Board, Wolfgang Fatler of West Barnstable. And again, this is the first reading for reappointments.
Reappointments were approved. Councilor Jochum then read in new appointments.
On Aging, these are new appointments. We did a lot of interviewing, and I just want to say, as an aside, in the past couple of interview sessions we've had, we're trying to organize this in a better fashion, and we have met some really wonderful people from this town. The people who volunteer, who come in for interviews to serve on, we're not paying them, and they still come in and they interview in front of 4 or 5 people. We've met some wonderful people, and there's a great diversity of the people that are interested in helping. That said, Council on Aging, Eleanor Lettery of Osterville for a term to expire 2013, from alternate member to a regular member. Josephine Melpignano of Barnstable to be appointed as an associate member until 2014, and then Lester Frank of Osterville from an associate member to a regular member for a term to expire 2014. Then for the Housing Committee, Glenn Anderson of Centerville as the Barnstable Housing Authority representative for a term to expire 2014. For the Personnel Board, Nancy Newton, term to expire of Cotuit, term to expire 2015. James Pawlowski, term to expire of Hyannis, term to expire 2014. And Renewable Energy, Stephen Thomas of Hyannis, term to expire 2013. And Walter Henry of Centerville, term to expire 2014.
Those appointments were approved as well. Town Manager Tom Lynch then gave his report and updated the council on a number of goings-on, including changes to off-season storage of dinghies on town property.
The Hyannis Armory request for interest that was sent out and a due back on October 5th, you had requested, and we had talked about having a clarification sent that all projects were welcome. We, in fact, responded to that request and did that. Mark and I met with the Hyannis Business Improvement District. We discussed everything from parking issues to Christmas lighting. Rick Penn, Dave Colombo, and Elizabeth Worthbane were very upbeat about the summer season and looking forward to the fall bus tours and the holiday season. And we have regularly scheduled meetings, as you know, with both the Hyannis Area Chamber of Commerce and the BID to keep us abreast of various economic issues that are happening out there. We also staff had a briefing of the health insurance program evaluation study that was part of a commitment we made during the budget process. And we reviewed the summary. The consultant and the team working on this has met with employees as recently as today. There's going to be, part of the commitment was that there be a presentation back to you. We expect that in October. However, prior to that, we're going to schedule some of the individual sessions that you can take advantage of, because the data is complex, and but in order to be fully aware of what the results were, and in terms of our participation in the Cape Cod Municipal Health Group and such, we'll offer that opportunity to you before the data is presented in a public session. I held a hearing on the storage of vessels on town property between November 15th and April 15th, and have signed a town manager's regulation prohibiting the storage of vessels on town ways to water, landings, and beaches unless one receives written permission for a proven need from the harbor master. This is something that's worked very successfully down in Katuitt at Ropes Beach. In anticipation of this, you approved $7,000 in the budget to help with this when we get that vessel that is abandoned and wrecked, and be able to get it off the beach if someone has just left it there and there's no chance that it's going to float again.
And finally, Assistant Town Manager Mark Els discussed the work of the Cape Cod Water Protection Collaborative.
As your representative on the Cape Cod Water Protection Collaborative, each of the members has been asked by the chair, Larry Ballantyne from Harwich, to go back to their respective communities and to their elected boards or commission, and to speak with them about the role and the actions of the county relevant to the Cape Cod wastewater management planning that's being done. And it's an opportunity for the Wastewater Protection Collaborative to come back collectively with what he was hoping for is 3 to 5 objectives that we would look for that regional effort to provide back to our community. And they're going to take all of those, and as a committee we will sit down, we will review them, prioritize them, and then communicate them back to the county and make sure that some of the products that come out are the priorities of the communities. Some of the suggested areas of discussion were relevant to funding, strategy, education, and technical support to communities. So those were general areas. He gave a 2-page position paper, which I've given to President of the Council, and certainly we can share with all of you in advance. And the suggestion is that we hold a workshop in the near future so that we can. This is an ongoing regional plan. So as soon as we could have a workshop or some other means of communication that would produce those objectives, that would be very helpful. So I can bring that back to the committee. Thank you.
Town Council will be next on October 4th. You can view last night's meeting in its entirety online at town.barnstable.ma.us. Just click the link for video on demand. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.